And we're waiting, and we're waiting. There we go. That's annoying. Hey, what's up, Scott Balkan with Imagination Creation Films, and today it is Friday, March the 22nd. And you know what that means, right? Yeah, Friday means it's our time. It's time for uno y uno. I don't know if that's correct Spanish. You and me. But, yeah, let's do this. It's a wonderful Friday afternoon. The sun is shining, solar is charging, the birds are singing, the June bugs are out in full force. By golly, they are something else. The world just keeps on chugging. I don't know, what is supposed to have been like this big disaster thing that was supposed to happen when some camera company bought another camera. Mine's still working. How about yours? Is it all good? Everybody having a fantastic and wonderful day? We got lots of stuff to talk about. I definitely want to dig into what's broke in Hollywood. What can we do about it? Where do we go? What do we do? What do we as Hollywood people ish, and also we as individual creatives, what do we do to get through all of that? Um, I yeah, it's it's a thing. Let's see. Ollie's like, and we're back. All right, yeah. Sutton says, "Well, rock on." Ooh, yeah. Loving the earlier live before the clocks change here. I mean, yeah, I get it. I like where we are right now in the clocks. Whatever this is, everybody says like, oh, they should keep it permanent, daylight savings. I don't know which one is which, but right now, whatever the clocks are right now is what I like. I want to keep that. I'm fine with that. Dirk, hello, sir, and thank you for becoming our newest associate channel member, sir. I greatly appreciate it, and feel free to reach out. There's some benefits that you get on being an associate, and I want to, be able to do those with you at your leisure. So just feel free to just reach out, anytime. Hello, Tim. How are you? At least the odds of a strike are almost nil. Is that true? I didn't think that was true. Is it? I had not heard that. I think, from what I'm hearing in the worlds out there, it doesn't matter if they do or don't. That basically productions have written off the year, a lot of them, and we'll see about next year. But it's not looking good. Even if they don't strike, I thought we still had Teamsters and IATSE, and I don't know. Carlos says, "Howdy, howdy, partner. How are you? How's that keyboard treating you? Is it good? Does it deserve a thumbs up, or is it? Everybody's got their own little flavor of keyboards and such. And I just, I'm a nerd about it, so I care." Sutton says, "It's true. It's true. They're already negotiating, and no one wants a strike." Right? Well, that's true, but they've always negotiated. Right now is the negotiation. What happens though is, what happens when they go and they negotiate for all their time, and then somebody leaks and says, "Well, we're far apart. We're not going to see eye to eye on this." Hello, yo, as well. How are you? It is a beautiful day in the neighborhood. What do you think? Is it like it or spike it? Is it cool? Is it not? I wanna launch some merch. I already think this needs to be smaller for sure. Wow, that was not lined up. Wow, I can't. Yeah, that needs to be a little bit smaller, just because maybe I don't know. But I wanted the merch to come from me. So if you purchased a shirt, it would be handmade by me, literally over here in the t-shirt making arena and the embroidery hat area and all this stuff, because I care. I also need to maximize some revenue potentials there, but I have some other ideas if you're interested. I could definitely show them to you here in just a few. Carla says, the first day of using it made me feel tired. 2 days was way better. I wonder what made you feel tired about it, though. Interesting. Was it actually too much typing? Like too much travel? Because it's a pretty slim travel. It'd be interesting to find out. I am great because I think EF Glass still has some life next to Graham at Breakthrough. Oh, yes. Yes, you are indeed correct. Graham has got some things cooking. He just needs to add one more now to his recipe. So these are the t-shirts that you were waiting for. These are the t-shirts I've been designing like nonstop, plus others that I've been toying around with. This one literally was hot off the press, like 12 minutes before this show. I went over there and made it real fast. It was one that I kind of liked, and I field tested the font and the phrases and all that stuff. So we'll see. There's options. There's lots of options, and I actually plan on having a lot of options because these are all done by me, which means I can do whichever one you want. Toying with different colors as well. White is super easy, mostly because this is a dye sub. Let's see if I can. Will it show up? No, not like that. So it's hard to see, especially because it's not focusing. But this is in the fabric, and it's a dye sub. You don't have that vinyl feel. It's just fabric. Now, the trade-offs with that is the more cotton the shirt has, the more faded it is. What I like myself, and again, up to you guys, I like the 50-50 cotton because it does a half and half. It feels good. Polyester can feel good. I wear polyester over like a cotton undershirt, and it's fine. Next to my skin, sometimes it's a little weird, but 50-50, which is this, gives you kind of it was just washed look, but it stays this way for like 100 washes because it's literally impregnated in the fibers. But we can show some others here. Jeff says, it's for sure no one wants a strike, but let's see. I hope for the best. It's a lot of logo. Yeah, I know. I put it on there because I was like, well, let me just fill up the page, and it's my shirt anyway, so I want to do it. It should be small. I don't know if it even needs to be on there. I want it to be this message, but I want some little tie-in to me. I don't know. I mean, anybody that would buy a shirt like this to support the channel would probably prefer that it be the message and not so much the thing, because I mean you're all in production. You're not gonna advertise somebody else kind of thing. So that kind of thing. So I'm open for suggestions on that. How do I achieve your background? In 2 weeks, there's a video releasing on that. It's already done. It's in the schedule. Exactly how I do every single bit of it. Completely done. Anybody in the members, channel members, have already seen the video. Lovely. The height compared to the flat up. Oh, this is true. Yeah. If you like the chiclet keyboard, then yeah, it's going to be a little different feeling. He got the Keychron. What did I send? which model number is it? The Keychron K5 Pro. It is my absolute favorite keyboard of the 20 plus keyboards that I have. Cognition, nice t-shirt. Well, thank you, Cognition. Thoughts on iron glass lenses? I mean, they're cool. I mean, we know what they are. Taking modifying stuff is always cool, and graphene. What is graphene? Graphene shirt? Is that a shirt? Because I can do with dye sub. White is the basis. So if I did like a light gray shirt, then I could never have white on it unless I do vinyl first and then do it, which will give you that kind of vinyl background feel. And I'm totally going to do several of those. I have a few. But there's certain shirts that they flat out don't work with that I'm learning this one. Oh yeah, low profile mechanical keyboards are nice. I got that Key5 Pro as well. Love it. Which one did you get, Dirk? Which switches and which flavor of this? So which brand of switches, Gatron or the optical, and then which flavor of the brown, cherry, blue? I'm trying to remember if the K5 Pro has a lot of options. I found that the optical switches I disliked the most. They felt fine. They sounded horrible. They literally sounded like cheap plastic typing, whereas the Gatron mechanicals, they're not hot swappable, but they sound great. They feel good. Brandon, you never texted me back. Well, just interact on here, guys. Just whatever. I think Brandon is talking about a variant. Oh, I have variants of gray. I do have variants of gray. I have variants of gray right here. Let's see what we got here. We got the black. We got the heather gray, and we've got the charcoal gray, or I guess it's a. I don't know. It feels more brownish, or it has some brown in it. But these are that and white are probably the colors that I would do most because I need to be able to buy them in bulk to get some kind of a discount. Try to keep the price as low as possible. But let me ask you this: the logo different. Would you buy this shirt? And if so, how much would you pay? And does that include shipping? In fairness, meaning you're supporting the channel. Keep that in mind. Not talking about for fashion sense. You go into Walmart and you buy them. They're not going to have this. Graphene is a material. Graphene. I feel like I was reading up about one of those, and it was like a no or something. Hey, brother, hello. Are you going to NAB? I am going to NAB. I'm doing everything I can to be at Cinegear and then some. I have a huge plan for Cinegear. However, it 100% relies on this little thing called income. Yep. The Newfie Air is also a nice one. Interesting. Brandon loves his Keychron. Look up graphene. It's not a color. It's a material that won a Nobel Prize. Well, I've heard graphene before, but I didn't know what it is. Let's see. Graphene. Oh, is this the plant one or the recycled one? T-shirt. Let's see. I think I did read about that. Graphene. In integrated fabrics. Is graphene strong, durable, scratch or tear resistant, protects against UV. Nice. Antibacterial. So it's like the super fabric, right? 3 disadvantages of graphene. It's expensive. That'd be a no right off the bat because ain't nobody going to pay extra. It is electrically conductive. That's not good. That's not You're not winning me here. That's about them. I have a variance of gray in my beard. Yeah. Let's see. The brown one is like desert. Yeah, it's actually called. I think it's a sport gray. I don't know. Let me look it up. I don't know. Let me look it up. Orders. Let's see. It comes in a sport. This is charcoal, is what it says. I don't know about y'all, but my charcoal don't look like this. Electrically conductive T-shirts. Boy, that would be interesting. Either way, I'll buy one because I want to support you. You're just a nice guy there, Brandon. Graphene is a material used in modern batteries. Boy, this shirt just got interesting. It's a T-shirt that supports the channel. It also powers your camera. Yeah. Finally got the mid 49 speedball this week. This thing deserves it, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Was skeptical about the anti-twist locking, but it is rocks. Yeah, that flip down lever. Oh man, yeah, it's genius. It really is, and it's just it's kind of like a lot of what he's done lately is it's improve upon what's already out there. It's a locking ball mechanism, but it's better. And I actually like the spring-loaded part, except it's always opposite of which way I want. I undo it, I'm like, oh man, I wish it was the other way. It was a replacement for lithium. Wow, okay, boy, Brithia. Man, batteries are getting T-shirty. They can also make shirts, but when I said make a graphic version, it was an asset comment. Okay, well, thanks, Brandon. After I'd gone through all the detail, I have a jacket I had one from the Olympics from the 80s that was made out of paper. It was warm, but not the best product ever. Bert has been selling her Norwegian heritage screen printed T-shirts for an average of 40 each. Most people buy 3-ish. Wow. I didn't know she does T-shirts. Is she doing the work herself, or is she having them subbed out? No judgment either way. I'm just the kind of guy who's always done it all myself. We had a silkscreen operation in my previous home 20 years ago in our shop there. We had a multi-station silkscreen. We had vinyl signs, everything. All kinds of fun stuff. Scotty V says, happy Friday from New Braunfels, because there's only one S in New Braunfels. Hopefully, Scotty V, you know that song. And if you don't, shame. But you'll learn it. Would pay maybe $20 with a much reduced logo. Yeah. The Passions Day. It's true. I literally put it on there just because of the amount of room I had left on the thing. Here, let me grab some others here. Let me see what we got here. Now, keep in mind, maybe I shouldn't show some of these. Some of these I probably shouldn't. Some of these were fun shirts. Okay, so this one, she folded it all up. Raw or nah, but look, it's got it's not the Komodo. It's got an N on it. Yeah, no, raw or nah. ProRes is an editing codec. Got that one. This one for the upcoming review, and you can already tell what I think about it. In deity theists we trust. All others use 2.4 gigahertz. Um, can't really show that one. I don't know, it's kind of cruel. Um, I'll flash it real quick. Y'all can laugh. I really don't mean anything negative by it. It was more of a fun. Uh, that was not the one. No, that one is actually fun. That is a fun tease against all the groups. That was not the one. This is the one that more of a fun tease. Let's see. Yeah. So this one is just fun, and this will not be for sale. All right. Maybe that wasn't fun for some, but been playing a lot. Doing, there's another, where's the other one? Oh, no, not that one. No, there's another one somewhere. Oh, is it this one? Yep. I also can't sell this one, but, so that's the basis of where we're getting started, but yeah, okay. The why are you selling is highly mischievous. It is mischievous. It is very mischievous. When I moved from New York City, my cousin said they would send me back if I said New Braunfels. I'm said I can read, but it's a thing. It is. Tiny Scotty, that's me. Have you seen the new Blazar Remus? I've seen several people shooting. I have not played with them myself. I like the raw or nah. Yeah, so on the raw or nah, you want the end skull or not. It's kind of questionable. That is a knockoff, obviously, of the Komodo skull, which is owned by Red and soon to be Nikon. But the skull doesn't have to be on there. I can't get a license for it. Yeah, raw. Let's see here. Scott, the business mover and shaker. Yeah, well, we'll see. And we can package, because all of these that I decide to do, minus the giant logo, will be on the Scotty B. Goods website. So it'll be a separate section, because I can't afford to buy multiple monthly fees on all that. But it'll be available on there. And, you can combine it with some salt and pepper. Timmy says, LOL. You need one of Rex on his back and to start the clock below. I agree. I'm going to take a picture of that. This is how old people screenshot. I do that because it'll come up my photos and I'll remember. Highly mischievous. Indeed. I only wear tees, but finding the fit is, yeah, it's true. And I can't live on that edge there, Scotty V. It's a thing. Like, you'll pay $20 for a t-shirt that fits you perfectly, and people on here are only willing to pay $20 for the shirt. You get it? It's tough. The black tee looked great. Oh, that one. I can't sell that. It's not. That's two logos on there that are not mine. I could not sell that. I don't know. Maybe there could be like a donation to the channel that results in a t-shirt going out. I don't know. I don't know how to do that logistically, because it can't literally be tied to it legally, and I don't want to get in trouble, and I don't want anybody else to get in trouble, and, I'm trying not to tick anybody off, you know what I'm saying? But talk to me, I like raw or nah, yeah. I don't know my skulls. Well, if you look, Cognition, Komodo has a K in the skull, and Raptor has an R in the skull. This has an N for Nikon. Wow, I love the ProRes too. These are these are Gildan shirts. They're, what are these? I'll tell you exactly what they are. They're not your super ultra premium shirts, but I didn't figure anybody would want to pay for that either. These are Gildan. I'm not sure how that math works. I'm going to take a picture of that and find out exactly how that math worked, because that was a little weird of what it said. It was a percentage plus another percentage, and those percentages do not add up at all. Okay, now it adds up. All right. Yeah, 90% cotton, 10% polyester. Okay. That's what these Gildans are. All right. Thoughts on the Agenu EZ130 zoom? Agenu makes beautiful lenses. They've been around a long time. Raw Patrol. I like the Raw Patrol too. Raw Patrol. It's funny because the shirt that I had before Raw or Gnaw was Red Raw or Gnaw. And that was the one that I said I created like literally 2 days before they sold. Sutton says, I use your pepper every day on tube. Appreciate it. It's good stuff. It really, really is. LOL. Cognitions is $35. I'm working on my pre-millennial inflation. Yeah, no kidding. No, I hear you. I used your salt and pepper on a steak last week while cooking. Scott also. Major props. I was very... It's wild what it does. And if anybody doesn't know, I make a... I'll just put that at the bottom. Why not? For all your needs. I make an applewood smoked salt. It's a kosher salt. It's rather coarse. And a applewood smoked pepper that is cracked both large, medium, and small with the fines. And I don't separate them. You get the variety. And the reason is you want some crunch from some of the heavy pepper. You want some of the immediate bite from like the medium pepper. You want that pepperiness, and then you want the seasoning that it does from the fines. And so a little pinch on it, it's amazing. But it is surprising how the little smokiness that's in there, and it's kind of sweet. It does so much for meat of any kind. Vegetables, green beans are fantastic. Asparagus, fantastic. Command Shift 4. Oh, yeah, don't do that. My problem is I always hit the stupid, I get the LEDs the way I like, and then I bump into the stupid light key and then turn it off. You have to go through 15 different settings to get it back. Legally, sell the shirts, but the ink is free. Maybe. I'd be willing to bet lawyers are very good. Scott, are you renting a booth at NAB and selling teas? I am absolutely not. Do you know how much it costs to rent a booth at NAB? It is tens of thousands. It is crazy. I remember like the first or second time I was at NAB, this was like 10 years ago almost. There's this Chinese booth over in the affordable section, and all he sold was remote controls. Programmable remote controls is all he sold. He had a 10 by 10 booth of nothing but like 50 different remote controls. And I'm thinking to myself, You paid that much money to show remote, and at the time you couldn't actually buy anything on the NAB floor. They actually changed those rules recently. Yeah, that's wild. No way. Nope. Scott, I saw a DSMC2 Dragon 5K for sale for 1K. My chance to own Red is now. 5K Dragon is most likely a Scarlet, and there's probably nothing with it for 1K. Otherwise, it's probably a scam. Attorney at Raw. That would probably have to be in quote, because literally putting attorney on there would probably be, something that somebody would get all mad at. Still waiting for those DP gear sales. Yeah, well, I mean, if what Sutton is saying ends up being the case, that they don't strike and all the studios say, yeah, let's go forward, then there may not be. I sure like it, because I'd sure like to have a little money. A little income would be super nice. And there's people watching on the Instagrams. So does it add up everybody here? Let's see. What does it do? I guess it does. So there's a lot of people on Facebook on here as well. Got it. Okay. Ollie saw some scary prices on DSMC2 and Alexis's. I've seen some Venice 2 scary prices that were pretty wild as well. What's this strike you guys are speaking of? I've been under a rock. IATSE right now is in negotiations. I've heard the Teamsters. I don't know of their striking status or willingness or what they're even asked. I'm not sure. But we shall see. Oh, they're around. They're around, King, for sure. Yeah, it's been fun. Hats. Let me see something real quick. I have some hats that I can do relatively affordably. I think I showed some. Where did all the hats go? Oh, where did all the hats go? And I still don't know what to put on these things. So this is your standard puffy trucker hat right here. And it's got white foam in the front, and it's got like black kind of foamy. That's a dog. Kind of, well, it's wrinkled. It gets pressed out, but just your standard trucker hat, snapback, inexpensive version. These I can do much cheaper, and these would only be done with dye sub. And then these I can embroider. I can do. These are nice with the nice clasps on the back. They're a much nicer hat. These are dad hats, though. They're not structured, so they're flexible. I can do them with patches. Just depends on what needs to go on them. These are all laser patches too, by the way, which are kind of cool. I don't know what any of y'all are interested in, if at all, with hats, but I can make some. I just got to figure out what anybody would want and what anybody would be willing to pay. These hats are not expensive. These are a little more money, but not crazy either. Imagine getting an Alexa 35 for mirrorless, but yeah, well, at some day that will happen. Rex, strike a pose. Rex says, all right. Happy Friday, everyone. Rex on his back. Start the timer. Yep. Hello, Gregory. How are you? Dirk says hi. Hello, Gregory. OG Komodo image quality versus DSMC2 Dragon image quality. I would give on OG, I would give the nod to Dragon for the quality. OG has a little bit more subtle image than Dragon. A little bit different on skin. Not bad. It's a nice look on skin with Komodo OG, but it's not quite Dragon level. And then the highlights are good on OG, but not great. Well, they're not as good as Dragon. And then Dragon, I mean, if you're picking up a DSMC 2 Dragon, an actual full-blown, you get double the frame rates of Komodo 2. The advantage of Komodo, though, it's small, it's fast, it's light, and it's a DSMC 3. So all of those things. How much are the cheaper trucker hats? How much would you be willing to pay? It's literally what I'm trying to find out right now is what can I sell these for to make a little bit of money for the channel and have something that people would actually want. And then what would be on there? I think ProRes as an editing codec would probably be pretty good on there. But I mean, again, I don't expect people to want to wear a branded IC Films. So it's all, the thing, the stuff. Maybe if there's an artist out there who can draw Rex, that would be kind of funny. Draw Rex as like a simple line drawing, and then we could have him as the mascot or something. That way it's tied somehow, and then you can have whatever. I don't know. Don't your face with I mean, howdy. I mean, I actually have a shirt. I got it before they became like really popular. I didn't realize that everybody was printing them for everything, but it was really. The shirt said, "That's what I do. I smoke props and I know things." I thought it was hilarious. Also, Red post on the gram reads to keep creating. Thoughts on that? Yeah, I mean, look, there is no question that Nikon buying Red will make some changes. But the thing to keep in mind is that these are not going to be overnight changes. We've talked about on here, Red Raw showing up on a Nikon Z9 at NAB. But honestly, it's next to impossible for that to happen. And the main reason would be Nikon does not get Red's code or firmware or anything until the deal is closed. So Nikon can't develop it. Unless they had a license agreement that says they could. I don't know. They're probably never going to know. But like that would be like the first thing that would be relatively easy. And it's not that easy. And look how long it takes to get a camera to market. 18 to 24 months. So we're going to see some things. And what we're going to see, and it really comes down to what does Nikon want to do? Because they could literally just leave it alone, give them some money, borrow some tech, tell them no occasionally, and let them do their thing. They could. It's entirely possible. I hope that's the case. They could. Flip side, I think there's a very small chance they could just completely absorb them all, and Red just becomes ether. But if they were to completely absorb them, it would be like 5 years. I mean, think about Apple. Apple's like, we're going 100% Apple Silicon within the next 2 years. But it wasn't 2 years, was it? It was like 4. I mean, that was the fastest they could move. So, yeah, Red putting it on the gram saying, keep shooting, Keep shooting. I'm not selling my Red cameras. I'm keeping them. I'm using them. And I'm going to buy a Raptor X. It's going to happen. The question is, when I buy it, is it going to be a Nikon mount? I don't know. Is it going to be used because maybe the Nikon mount is the only thing and they don't support anything else? I don't know. When I get there, which is 12, 15 months away, we'll see. But yeah, keep creating. Absolutely. But that is one of the topics that I want to talk about is, what do we do in this industry? Things are changing. Rex is on his back with his paws extended. Yeah, he does it probably 10 times a day. And it's kind of funny. That's how I know exactly how long it is. I just bought my first Red. Hey, Chris, congratulations. V-Raptor X. That is one hell of a first Red to buy. Literally the most powerful Red sensor that Red has ever made, period. I need some Cook lenses. Yep. Look at those SP3s. You may love them. You may hate them. I did a full review on those to take a look. See if you like the way that they go crazy in the chromatic aberration on the very low T-stops. But see if they are. Otherwise, find a nice set of used Cook. Ollie says, howdy, Scott. Hello, Ollie. How are you? And Ollie says, King eBay Marketplace. Yes, eBay and Facebook. Yep. Luca, hello. Congrats, Chris. Does this imply a ramen noodle diet, or did you make a rational purchase? Hello, Rex. Rex says, that's Rex. You need a cigar shot that says, this is not a prop. All right, Ollie. Why weren't you contributing these? When I was asking, I'm like, come on, dude. I could have been making these. This is not a pipe. Yes, indeed. A little more than the Sony Burano, but after seeing the rolling shutter, yeah, the Burano's rolling shutter is. If you're a movement person, like you're moving your camera, that's a hard hit. Also, like what everybody wanted the Burano for, well, what a lot of people were wanting it for, documentary style. You got to be careful on your style. If you are a fast mover on that, that's going to end up being a bad choice, unless you shoot in the windowed, and then it comes way down. But yeah, it's sluggish. We will see reds on the Bolt in the Nikon, but that I mean, if the deal closes before then, which I don't see any reason why it wouldn't, then for sure you're going to see reds at the Nikon booth, without question. Why wouldn't you? Also, having a Raptor X on a Bolt, move fast, global shutter, yeah. The change for Nikon buying Red, that kind of sent me for a spin with the loss of Jared, and what or how he interacted with all of us. We were spoiled. It's true. It's true. I mean, whatever happens with Jared in the short and long term, for sure, the punk rock days of Red are over. As well as he said, they built cameras for what they wanted to shoot. That is likely, I don't know if it's over, but it's probably greatly diminished. So it'll be more practical design. But, Red has some success in putting this stuff out there and people liking it. So you don't want to mess too much with the recipe. Yep, thumbs up. No, Jared's not leaving. But as happens with, there he goes, start the clock. Beep, beep, beep. I need an overlay clock that can start. Let's see if I can get one up here real quick. I probably can't. Yep. As with any corporation, when it takes over another, the leadership at the other is absorbed, but you can't have a president become a manager. It doesn't work, and you can't have the president be president. There's already one here. So, yeah, there's usually a transition phase, and then they hand the reins over to someone else who's going to lead. How long that is? It could be 10 years. Who knows? HR may go, yeah, we have a dress code. We're at almost 60 seconds too. This is going for a record. I think we're officially, yeah, we've reached 60 seconds. We could. That was like 1 minute and 9 seconds. 1 minute 10 seconds, 70 seconds. That's got to be a world record for him. Good times. I hope Nikon would want to keep that form of marketing strategy. I have asked publicly. I have asked privately. I have asked through other channels of communication, and I will continue to ask if we could get something. Very certain that the Jared level of community interaction is probably not going to continue to that level, just because that's not how a Japanese company works. But even if we could get a marketing person on who can at least talk and answer questions and understand the drive, and maybe we can get some of that to rub off. I don't know. I'm not going to give up. I'm going to try and try and try, and we'll see. I don't have Facebook, so I'll check eBay. I mean, King, get a Facebook account just for the marketplace, because it's better than Craigslist, and eBay is, and Facebook is free for the most part. Enough about the t-shirts and hats. What happened to the Gear Bears? Well, we have Gear Bears. We have Gear Bears. We have lots of Gear Bears. That's not a Gear Bear. There's a Gear Bear. That is the Scotty Gear Bear. I literally gave it my photo and said make a Gear Bear out of it. Not quite, but yeah. This is the Gear Bear, the official Gear Bear. I like the design on this. This is PA Bear, because you got snacks and Sharpies and a walkie. PA's got to be PAing. Quit. Sometimes, I'll tell you what. Producer Bear. Notice the coffee cups all over your gear, and at least 6 devices to ask to plug into your USB. This is Everyday Carry Bear. Although I would not travel with a knife open like that. I don't think that's safe. But that's Everyday Carry Bear. This one was just like, did you even try? AI is funny sometimes. Now this one was funny. I fed it Jared's photo, and I told it to make a bear with it. It literally looks like Jared as a bear. I find I find this one funny. It was kind of awesome. Um, let's see here. What else do we have? We have ah Posh Director Bear. Uh, we've got Cool Hip Director. Um, again, I'm not really sure what. We know that's what I asked for was a director bear. Where's the DP bear? The DP bear was funny. The direct of photography bear. Uh, Grip bear. I enjoyed that one a lot. Uh, First AD bear with a tie, which I could not for the life of me get it to lose the tie, but pretty smart usage of the old 35 millimeter film canister on his pocket protector. What else was there? There was First AC bear on a small budget because he's also doing Clapper. Let's see here. Audio bear with the bipod audio, so be careful. And editor bear, because poor editors. That was this one was, what did I just read, bear? That was, somebody made some comment, so I immediately came up with that. But there you go. Those were the bears. I literally fought with the bear. I said I don't want a necklace. I just don't want a necklace, and so I've created a new image, but according to your specification, ensuring no necklace is present this time. And I'm like, there's very clearly a necklace present. Okay, enough of the bears. The bears. The Burano rolling shutter reminds me of the Canon 1DC, you're right? Z9, Z8, and R5C can do 8K 60. Isn't Burano only 8K 30? It is, but it has better dynamic range, for sure. We're putting out new Red accessories. Right. So Mutiny is going to continue doing what Mutiny does. Why would they stop? I mean, if Red closed up completely, if Nikon said, Red, you're done, and didn't produce another camera, guess what? Every single one of y'all that just bought a Raptor X still has the most powerful cinema camera ever created. Mine aren't going to stop working. Burano ain't it. It's a nice camera, but it is not what they hoped it would be. And for the price, woo! Jared did say the Raptor X is his retirement. He did say that. He said it to me many, many times. I literally heard what he was saying every time he said it to me. And I didn't realize how serious he was that he could say it that way. I was like, no. You got many years left. Yeah. But, who knows when that is. Ooh, that's a good question, Sutton. Y'all have any monitor mounting solutions coming? Rex for the gold. I asked to and got. Silence. Third-party program isn't going anywhere. That's great news. Interesting. Did I miss that on your statement? Oh, third-party program isn't going anywhere. I missed that second part. That's good news. Yes, indeed. Second, about that marketplace. Did you ask Chat? Yes, I am not that level of an artist. This is my level of artistry. That's true. What Ollie said. Slow down, shoot more, enjoy life, enjoy all the things that he likes to do. And what he said about Nikon was it's going to boil down to people. How does Japan interact with LA or Hollywood and vice versa? And what they can figure out is going to be good for everybody. Gear Bear stickers, right? Does it, Aaron? Yes. Jared does. I mean, GDU is Jared and Matt. I think that's it. Just them. As far as I know, GDU is still around. It's not for me to say one way or the other. As far as I know, GDU is still around. Did you make a YouTuber Gear Bear? No. That would be pretty bad. Dude, when you did a Ask for Ideas, I incepted Gear Bear into your mind. You did. You got that one. You've contributed a whole lot, Ollie. You just don't do it when I ask. You do it several weeks later. Well, I guess when you have time to think about it. The Jared Bear hat should be backwards. Yeah, but not always. It's not always backwards. He's yep. Should have been on his face. Oh, is he going again? Oh man, I gotta get this clock here. Reset. Go. All right, we get the clock going. You have enough for a trading card set already. Wouldn't that be funny? Man, that would be funny. Figure out how to do that. What I don't like about AI, you can't get it to generate the same thing. That very first one was a very lifelike teddy bear. It looked basically photorealistic. Oh, well. All right, folks, that was 36 seconds. I'm gonna leave that up. It's very lifelike, and so I asked for another one just like that one. I literally said, "Great, excellent, exactly what I was looking for." Now create another bear just in the same style as that one, but this. And it drew a cartoon. And I said, no, a photo. I can't do a photo because it doesn't exist. Okay, stop with the... What's really funny was I was having some fun with some self-hilarity memes using two brands. And it's like, you cannot, or I cannot use brands. I was like, okay. So I tried trickery. No, this would potentially do a brand in a bad way. And I said, okay. So I went completely generic. And then I just told it, write this text on this and this text on this. and it literally put their freaking logos on it. The what did I just read bear is the Nikon just bought Red Bear, right? My Raptor X worked 5 days this past. That's a good week for a Raptor X. I like that. Love that camera. Yeah, Carlos has got a camera for a long, long time. He's going to be king. He can retire once they. I mean, did you not see Phil's 28-page, highly technical testing of the Raptor X? 20 stops? We there with the added highlight enhancements. Oh, I got a question over here on Instagram. It says Murano, hell no. Sony's still doing Sony and glad to no long shoot Sony. Yeah, Sony gonna be Sony. Extended highlights, thank you. Oh, I see who's on there on Instagram. Hi. Extended highlights, thank you. Hopefully I am saying everything nicely. I believe I am. But good to see you. Hope to see you at NAB. All smiles over there. Let's see here. Let's see. The AF is good on the Sonys, though. Yeah, I mean Sony's got very strong AF, which is funny because they didn't for a long time, and they figured it out, and they left it on autofocus eyes detect mode. Yeah, I mean I would trust a Sony that way for sure, and I pretty much trust Canon that way. They're really good at it too, and Red. You got to keep an eye on it, but like Raptor, Komodo X is a little still on the beta side of the autofocus. But man, I mean, look at where Red came. Red had autofocus in DSMC 2, and it was like, okay, yeah, it was the contrast. It was horrible. Now, I mean, it's a long way. Yeah, I'd love some, please. Thank you. Something flavorful. Yep. Pineapple mango? Is that the shore? Just carbonated heavy. Let's see here. I think that Fox better go into the witness protection program. As more time. No, I mean, honestly, I think the Fox should get SAG representation. That's my guess, because Jared gonna be spending some time having some fun. Oh, Phil says on freeway. Hi. We were just talking about you, Phil, but I bet you knew that already. Hi, Phil. Thanks for all the hard work. Indeed. Yes, Phil. Don't text. Well, unless you're stopped. Oh, damn! We can start the clock again. Go, Rex. Go. He broke his record. He got to 70 seconds. You could hear her laughing in the background. Carlos, let's see. Hey, Phil. Man, I keep looking on Instagram and seeing him move, and I thought he was rolling over, but he's not. Generative AI is a slot machine. It is. It is. And you can't, I don't know why it can't work from itself. Just like it can't seem to remove a necklace. I don't care how hard I try. Scott needs a new color. Come on, Christopher, you're being mean. So cool you're on Instagram too. Thank you very much. You just gonna put your hand and wave in front of the camera. Cynthia says hi. Man, he's still upside down. Look, he's gonna break the record again. I got it this time, so we're oh yeah, we're in a minute. Oh yeah, 107. So maybe his limit was always 70 seconds, and we just never saw it where it was 60. You never know. You got to reset it. Get ready for the next one. In the programming world, predictable output is called deterministic. It's true. It's true. Hey, Phil, drive safely. Indeed. Thanks. LA traffic. Yeah, well, LA traffic is literally a parking lot. He's probably safely texting. He's writing his memoirs in the car. Really, dog? Did you? There we go. LA traffic. Non-deterministic behavior from AI is more of a problem for them. I mean, I've got screenshots of the back and forth that we went. That one that I showed where I was like, there's clearly a necklace. That went 7 deep. And then it just gave up and said, sorry, I can't do this. Learn. Which also led me to believe that AI is not taking over. If it starts giving you the brand protection thing, ask it to design the spirit. I did that actually, and it told me no. Yeah, it's funny. Best cam equals VRaptor, no question. Hello, Pat. How are you? VRaptor X. VRaptor is previously the best in most situations. VRaptor X now, it's no question. And boy, if y'all got on that thread, I think it was on Red User maybe, where Phil posted his very detailed thought. I mean, lots of thoughts. I mean, he called me before he released it, and we talked for like, I don't know, 35 minutes, which was always enjoyable to get a call from Phil. I mean, he's talking the level of detail he couldn't go into publicly, and I won't either. The level of detail that he did, and he is an imaging engineer. He does know this stuff. And then I did some around the sides kind of discussions with a couple of people, and definitely got the probably best to not engage with some people because they're wrong and they just don't know it, or they know it and they just don't care. I don't know, but yeah, Phil's the man, and this means something from Phil. Phil, I'm holding up a thumbs up in case you're driving, and it's in a nice black and white kind of image, monochrome image. So I can only hope that the thumbs up means we have stuff coming. I know what Phil drives. I've been in Phil's car many times. We got hot chicken. No, did we make it? No, we did make it, right, Phil? You got to have the hot chicken. I can't remember. I remember we were at Cinegear. We were going to my friend's hot chicken place before they closed up, sadly. And Biden was in town, and they had everything closed off. And we're in Phil's car. We're loaded. We're rushing. I messaged my friend and was like, "Hey, Hotsville Chicken and Chops in L.A." I said, "Hey, we're coming. And so she was holding the restaurant. We did, right? Yeah, Phil, you got it. Yeah. We got there because she held it open for us. And we're sitting there. We're trying to get out of downtown LA. We couldn't get out. And cops got everything blocked. And we pull up to this one cop. We're just kind of talking with him. And then I mentioned, yeah, we're trying to get some hot chicken. And he goes, hot chicken? I love hot chicken. Go on. We got out of there. It was awesome. Full frame? I don't have that detail, but I do believe Blackmagic is going to finally. I know NAB is going to be rocking. NAB is going to be rocking. Oh my God, man! I got a compliment No, from Buddy Christopher. Nah, Scott is a brilliant creative, and I admire him and love his collaborating as well as busting his gonads, and vice versa. Yeah, love you, buddy. Yeah, Christopher's a good dude. We worked for him many times. We've got a lot of cool shoot memories, and even more. I do need to go back through and find work on some of those shots that I got for him. Oh man, I thought I had. Oh man, it was cool. Christopher got us into DFW Airport, and we shot some cool stuff. I mean, cool stuff. So, okay, so there's a guy on Facebook in one of the groups. He got his vehicle broken into and his gear stolen. His insurance company has given him crap, saying that you left your car unlocked, and he said, "No, I didn't. The police report clearly states it was in a protected state." And the insurance company's like, "Oh, sorry." And I keep telling him, "No, you do not give up on this, because all insurance companies are designed to tell you, no, we're not going to cover this." They have to cover it. It is a coverable theft. And I told him what to do next. And because they're saying, "Oh, well, there was no sign of forced entry." And I said, if the cops say it is in a protected state, go have the police station write an addendum to the report that states it was clearly in a locked state or what have you. And then go out and look up how to enter this vehicle on YouTube without any forcible entry. I said, once you look that up, because I guarantee it exists, sadly, come on, car manufacturers, said, then send that to your insurance company and say, maybe this is how they did it. And he just found it, and his vehicle is absolutely covered in the, yeah, you can do this, this, and this, and get into it without any signs of entry. Unbelievable. Ooh, more work in 2025. I love it. But I want it now, Christopher. FX6 and FX9 on the shoot today. DP had it all on autofocus. I mean, the FX9 is not bad. The FX6 is really good on autofocus. I'm excited to see, King, some new cameras that are about to be announced. Finally. Good God. I am excited to see some lighting that, like, there's an expanding of lighting in the world. And it's interesting. I want to see how good they get it. Pat Leal says, I'm very much happy with KX literally checks all the boxes for me. Well, Raptor X checks every box for my next phase. But KX it checked every box that Dragon X was. It is by far a phenomenal camera. Love it. And the price, my God, you can't beat it. And it just got started. It's not full. The Raptor X was hitting 18.3, I believe, on his Phil's testing. But what he shows you is you can't just go out there and shoot it at native, because native ain't native to what you think, especially on a Red. It has a native, but it ain't what you think. Ain't. And you move around in the ISO ranges where it's remapping gray, middle gray in there, and you get some magical differences. Also, recording everybody, well, those who hate red create some incredibly interesting methodology, air quotes, two air quotes, to why you must discount a red right off the bat. Throw away one stop because it's a red. I'm sorry? What? And then they always want to do it. It's wrong. And Phil did great lengths to proving how bad it was. Carlos, are you still planning on making storage solutions, Daz? Because I'm selfish. I am. I'd probably be faster if we just chatted, Carlos, because there's a shift right now, and I'm not going to buy anything new. Everything that I have right now is sustaining me for what I have, and I have some expansion in there. My next purchase is going to be next level, but I'm nowhere near there yet. But I could definitely help you kind of narrow your ranges on that. I'd like to make a video. Those videos did not get any views, hardly at all. That's kind of sad. I mean, I'm happy to do them. As you know, I don't do YouTube for a living, although Hollywood, who knows, maybe I will be. Those videos take an excessive amount of time to do, and I don't want to spend an excessive amount of time if few people are actually going to get something out of it. And I'm more than happy to talk to you, Carlos, and point you in the right directions to where you want to go. Let's see what those did. Those videos did not. Data storage. You got 600 views and 300 views on them, which was not a great video, even by my small channel standards. Phil, take me on these spaceships, por favor. I don't believe Phil can take you on the spaceships. If you're talking about the helicopters, I've already asked, but he's already got it full. Every time we talk, I always go, if you ever need help, man, I'll figure out how to get to LA and I'll help. Cynthia's in there listening, I promise. Gregory says, hi, Mrs. B. Bill, hey, Bill, how's it going? Watching here on LinkedIn. Closed caption. Really? Let's try my intro real quick. Hey, what's up, Skullbalker? We're the Imagination Creation Films, and today we're talking about Rex, because he's Rex. Who doesn't love Rex? No, really, I want to know. Who doesn't love Rex? Because we got to talk. Yes, it's really hard not to treat each new prompt as if it's talking, but it can relate. It's so weird. It's like you could literally say, "Oh yes, excellent. Now do 10 more," and it knows. AI is weird. I am positive I am one of the 2 likes here. We can do better, peeps. I agree, Scotty. I agree. Perhaps if everyone did their slightest little bit and just said, like, then, everything will be a little bit better. Hello, Justin. I see you out there. You're on the Instagrams. I wish it would show me who all is connected. It does on Instagram, but it doesn't show here because it'd be cool. There are so many gear debate. Definitely know. Yeah, exactly. Haters gonna hate. And the whole need for views and need to be controversial often matter more. This is true. Colorful thumbs up. You said the B word. I don't know which B word it was. Just it says hi on his Vertigo Pictures account, which is their new, bigger virtual production studio. Good job, dude, on the dance. Edgar Allan Poe. Poe. That's some cool stuff. So on that, Phil, I love the chart you did on page 20 of your Raptor Dog. Panasonic held back 2-ish years from releasing, and now will release. It feels like bad timing. I want to know what happened to the Panasonic organic sensor tech. They were working on organic sensors similar to OLED or such for sensors, and this was like going to be really cool. And then I heard nothing, and then they got out of the game. Commission Zhiyun has a 60-watt light, which is a tiny footprint, a ridiculous output with the Bowens mount capability. Yeah, I saw that. They reached out. Pretty sure they did. Yeah, pretty sure they did. At the time, I was not looking for more lights to do on there. And it's interesting what they came up. I mean, it works. It looks like everybody likes it. Yeah, the charts you did make it so much easier to understand. And it's more than just, here's what we say it is. It is, here's how we got to it. Thanks, man. We're proud of it and can smell that that prop through my phone, and it smells amazing. This was actually pretty good. This is pretty good. This is not normally one of the ones that I like, but let's see. We can. That's a dog. There we go. That's the prop. That's what it looks like. The prop maker makes. Yeah, looks like that. Those who hate Red. Cine D doesn't hate Red. They're just different about Red. I mean, I'm friends with some at Cine D, and they just are different about Red, and I don't know why. I will have to ask them though one day. Oh, Luca. And for Luca, hopefully you're still on here. And for everyone else who has a Kessler Cine Drive, they just announced they're going to have an upgrade program for them. It doesn't cost that much. And you'll be able to reuse without the brains, the individual brains that you had to have. So you'll be able to do Unreal and work with the latest stuff. So if you have a Kessler Cine Drive, then reach out to Kessler. I posted it on Facebook. It's on their I don't think it's on their YouTube yet. And Eric is out of pocket right now, but I will have more information on that soon. But it was relatively cheap. Let me see if I can find the dollars. It's $1,400 for the 5X control module. And then there's a pre-order with a refundable $50. And if you pre-order, they'll knock $200 off the price. I think that's what it is. But yeah, that. Props. Yep. Robert says, happy Friday. Well, happy Friday, Robert. I need to trade you some of my smoked cheese and smoked almonds for that salt and pepper. PM me your Addy. I will. Starling. Here we are. Stand by. Okay. How long would you guys think it's safe to wait to buy? Well, phrase that differently, because like, how long would you guys think it's safe to wait to buy a Raptor X? Again, I seriously doubt Nikon would go in there and say no more Raptor X's. Why would they? It's a hell of a camera, and it's like the best. So how long is it safe to wait? I mean, if you're broke, don't buy one because that's not going to help you. You're going to be camera poor. You're going to have all this great powerful camera, and you're going to be shooting on a potato or a lens, or just a Helios is all you can afford. But I mean, Raptor is the beginning. A Raptor X is the beginning. It's not the end. So it's going to be around a while. And we see a smiley face from someone who would know. People who question Phil's results have... Are we still live? Of course, Brandon. Come on. I was playing with the camera. Oh, interesting. Which one now, Brandon? Which one? Bill said it worked pretty good. The closed captioning on my intro. That's pretty funny. Also, smash that thumbs up. All right. Refresh your page. It's more like 2 likes. And I just did. Now it's 10. Very cool. Thank you. Thank you all. I want a coffee. How do you handle... I exhaust it. There's a exhaust vent up here that I pipe in fresh air from the outside, and it goes out the top. It's funny because I think it was last week, I forgot to turn on the vent. And I was sitting here and I kept coughing. And I normally cough. Don't think it's this. I normally cough when I talk too much, which is your indicator that Scott should shut up. Also, my nose itches, so that's just normal. Which, thank you. I just itches my nose. So it's not much in here at all. We could. Oh, that's an interesting thing. Why isn't that on? Hold on. I do feel like there was a light that was not on, and I was right. There's a light that's not on. And it shall be. Hey, about that. Yeah. My edge light. Come on. Yeah, right about there. Gotta get a little detail. That was weird. I don't know why that wasn't on. I was looking for a light to see how much smoke is in the air. Smoke is in the air. I don't have a laser in here, but it's really not much. It's not even a haze. It's surprising. Now, when I don't have it on, it's a lot. Everyone hit that smash up. Yeah, there we go. Scott, are you ever planning to do a short? Oh yeah. Lots of short. I've got lots of them. And I've done a few tiny ones, like super shorts. Have you not seen them? You should go back. They're under the playlist shorts or films, I think, on my channel. They're all usually about 2 or 3 minutes long, but I have some other ideas. And cooking. I am stagnant in my diet. I am at 9 pounds and stuck. But we'll see. So much OLED stuff happening right now. Yes, indeed. Organic sensors went the way of the holographic. I know, the freaking holographic drive. My 50 terabyte cube back in 1994 was promised. 3, 2, 1. No, I think it was 92 or 3 when IBM promised that. R52, yes, that's coming. Wait for what exactly? Yeah, that money. I mean, yeah, there's always a good time to buy a Raptor X. My plan is about 12-ish months. Hello, Jason. How are you? Good to see you on Instagrams. I don't buy Canon products. It's like chickens buying stock in foxes. Oh, there's nothing wrong with Canon. I like Canon. I like them all now. Honestly, I've shot this much with the Nikon stuff, but Nikon, dadgummit, I'm never going to get it. Never going to get it. No, you're never going to get it. Never going to get it. Nikon, it looked really good. Maybe I'll finish that short. It'll be funny. The other Bill, not Bill Hertzing, but Howard will probably jump on and be like, "Yeah, dude, when are you going to release that thing we shot?" Canon, Nikon, Sony, all of them make really good stuff. They really do. There's no more excuses, folks. No more excuses. Hey, Preston, I see you out there. I can only see you because you're on Instagram. Now, Preston is a Nikon shooter. He loves Nikon, and always, all the way back from stills, he was a Nikon guy. And I switched on around the D300 days. I just mean I don't have the money for After. I definitely feel that. No longer available. No, so I wouldn't be worried about that. I mean, if the absolute worst happens and Nikon says, yeah, we're not doing it anymore, which would still probably take 2 years for them to do that if they were going to do that, but why would they? Why would you do that? That'd be so weird and not, yeah. But they would still be available on the market. Such a Kessler thing to do, isn't it, though? I love that guy. He's such a good guy. Have you used the Small HD Ultra 7? I have not, but I believe Phil and a couple of others scream about it. Or is that the Ultra? Yeah, that one. Yeah. I have not used it, no. The Leica SL3. Oh, yes. He's a Leica guy now. He Leica the Leica. Scotty B, if you're on the fence with buying a Red, I believe companies have to manufacture parts support for 10 years for business purchase. Not thinking. That is, I think, I don't know, Scotty, if that applies to automakers only. It was for automakers, automobile manufacturers, but I mean, again, why would they? It would make zero sense to go in and just pluck Red out of you. Why would you do that? There's no win for that. Even if you plucked for the patent, you have the best camera. Why would you shelve that? That would be so bad. And they wouldn't do that. They really wouldn't. But we need to give Nikon a chance and give them a long chance. And let's see what they're going to do. Let's see how the people interact with each other. Let's see what the Red people. Let's see if we can get a little bit of community from them. I mean, maybe we could change the world, folks. I mean, what if we could get a little bit of community out of Nikon, similar to what we've had with Red? Or what if they allow some of it to continue at Red? What if everybody else sees that and then magically everybody wants to share and talk and learn and listen? Would that be such a bad thing? Would that be such a bad thing? Kessler's low-profile ball head is the best thing I've found for hard. Dude, it is really good for that. It is really good for that. But I unscrewed my top screw or left it in something and didn't realize it. And now I can't find it. So I can't mount anything to mine. I have to go find out what it is and buy one. I was so sad. I went and grabbed it. I was like, where's my top screw? But yes, it is. Their low-profile ball head is nuts. And there it is. I gotta find the buttons. The button. Where's the button? Oh, there we go. Here we go. So the new Cine Shooter Plus. Oh, did we talk about this? Video is coming soon. Wow, what is that? Sticker? But also, the limited edition, he said they only had a few more left. That's a dog. But look at, come on, focus. Look at this beautiful quick release. Look at that thing. Look how good it looks on here. And look at that beautiful Cine Shooter Plus. Ooh-wee. Yeah. There we go. Put it right there. Look at that. That's pretty. These are available now, and they're just a mid-model update to it. So you get OLED screen, quieter drive, improved lash compensation. Just like, oh, and Chaos 5.1 released finally. Unreal support, all of that. You can have Unreal with the City Drive if you upgrade. Good stuffs. Did I miss somebody's comment? Oh yeah. I wonder when DSMC 2 will finally be officially. They officially discontinued, I thought, DSMC 2, but they still service and support DSMC 2. They absolutely, Red themselves does, absolutely. I low-key forgot DSMC 2 had F-mount. Yes, they did. Now I'm looking hard at a Monstro. But F-mount is not going to be mirrorless, but there are some nice lenses in there, for sure. That 85 Nikon, 1.2. Or, yeah, beautiful. LinkedIn. Jason, imagine all the people. Oh, wait. Ooh. Here we go. Jenna's Kaminsky just finished a series on a Raptor. Very nice. Very nice. I can't pronounce Jana's. Isn't it Jana's? Yeah. There you go. That comes from Smiles at it comes from someone at Red. Someone we all know. Someone who smiles. Someone hope to see it at NAB. I guess it's no point in hiding it. It's Nadia. Nida. Why? I can't pronounce anything. Nida at Red. I was literally pronouncing Nikon wrong. And imagine all the people. What up, TA Visuals? I know TA Visuals. What up? Nida. Yes, she's correct. No smoke detectors in the room. There are, but it doesn't go off with the cigar smoke. Or prop smoke, sorry. I have to say it right. I ventilate it properly. I have the right kind of smoke detector so I can run fog in here. Are the Rangers a fixed PL, or is it removable mounts? I believe those are fixed. Wait. I don't recall. I think they're removable. I think you can remove them to EF. I believe so. I would be concerned the Raptor to Raptor X upgrade program may increase in the future. Jared hinted that they don't make any money on the swap. Still on the fence myself. I didn't hear, Art, if they weren't making money. I know they didn't make money really in the past on the upgrade programs. So I think he said we'll see on this upgrade path. So NADA. In NADA. I'll get it right. You can just bash me on the head. NADA. NADA. Nadia was on the brain from Lost. Wife and I are just finishing up Lost again. We were on the last season, and there's a Nadia in there. It was kind of funny. Yeah, so it is possible that they could, that Nikon could come in and say, yeah, we got to raise the price, or we don't want to do the upgrades for, we're going to stop them at this point. But it just depends. And I think Jared said when they offered the Raptor X upgrade that it depends on the condition of the cameras that they get in. So if Raptor comes in and they require tons and tons of fixes, then that eats into their ability to do it with a little profit. So yeah, I think everybody, it makes logical sense to find out what Nikon is going to do right up front, which is probably just, hey, everyone, we're Nikon, we're not changing anything, that kind of thing. But I don't see any reason not to go forward with a Raptor X when it's financially makes sense to you. If it makes sense for you to upgrade, because some people don't need the rolling shutter or the extended highlights feature, or the global shutter, sorry. Some people don't care so much about having a rolling shutter camera, especially one that has so little, like Raptor does. So it can weigh on. For me, it's the granddaddy camera for me. So it is on my I couldn't find it. It's on my list for now until I acquire it. That's that. And if the worst happens, and they say, oh, we don't want to do this one anymore, unless somebody else comes out with anything close to it, I'll probably just pick one up used at that point. But I really don't see that happening. They are swappable. Yeah, the DSMC 1 and 2 had swappables. And they were cool, but they had a lot of room to work with those distance between the first element and the sensor were so great. Is the production module DSMC 2? I don't know. I don't have that answer. Nada might know. Do you know if the production module DSMC 2 is level 100? I don't even know what that is, actually. Why is that not clicking? I mean, you're looking at the guy that IQ really threw me when it was image quality. I don't know. We'll see. I think we're going to get an answer here. Recent Metabones T-Cine Speed Booster firmware. Perfect. We're going to get an answer. Now compatible with Canon and Sigma EF glass on the Komodo X. Pat, I think the Metabones does, it hits the flocking though, right? That has to be something you have to be very careful with on that. But it's now, that's kind of cool. I've been in the auto advertising business since the 80s. Really? So you marketed the Mustang 2 to, no. Sorry, I thought 10-year deal was across. I remember the act when it came out. No, I don't think I was alive. Maybe I was. I remember it, reading into it, and it's not, I don't think it's a requirement for everyone. I don't know, but I mean, nobody does that unless they go bankrupt, which obviously Red did not go bankrupt. Hello. Hello, hello. I'm not sure if anyone cares, but if you prefer the Makey EF RF V&D adapter over the Canon one, they make a locking version of it now. Interesting. A locking EF? That'd be interesting. Finally. Nice. Gave up on traffic stopping at In-N-Out. I mean, it's not a bad thing to do. How much is that In-N-Out burger? Is it $27? Like Five Guys? I can't believe that was a thing trending on Twitter or something, or X. Haha. I like Five Guys. Double, animal style. What was the other one? There's two off menu things. Animal style and something else, and then you can get them on their fries. It's delicious. Level 100 overpowered, meaning it's the best audio without needing external audio. Gotcha. Yeah, I don't have any experience on the production module. I know that the production module was the one that had 4K output. I think it was the only Red before DSMC 3 that had 4K output. Everything else was all 2K. I thought that was interesting, and I knew several people with it, but allegedly it doesn't. But I got to double checked. I had the Canon speed booster before that definitely had the flock. Okay, someone said the Red Group Bed Bones one doesn't, but I don't know. Interesting. I would definitely be willing to check that out myself too. Huge Mustang fan, not the Mustang 2, but a fan of Fairfox. The Mustang 2 was so bad. And then remember the Mach-E was going to replace the Mustang 2, and then they're like, yeah, maybe not so much. Yeah. Mustang, the most expensive vehicle to insure. I tell you what, you could insure a $100,000 Corvette for cheaper than you can a 4-cylinder Mustang. I don't think LA traffic is giving on you. Sure, we'll be there waiting. Yeah, no. At like 9 o'clock at night, you can fly through there. I'm not going to say I did once, or the average speed that I traveled, but wish we had In-N-Out here. You probably will, Carlos. The thing I like about In-N-Out, now I did do a whole series. Now, if you want to go for a laugh there, Carlos, go back like 8 years, maybe. Yeah, it might be 8 years on my videos, and you'll find 10 burgers that are better than In-N-Out. And I was doing it because I was so tired of everybody saying that In-N-Out was the best burger on the planet. It's a good burger, cheeseburger. You gotta have a cheeseburger. You can't have a burger. There's no point in a burger. It's a good cheeseburger, but there are others that are better, and I did it. But they do make a good burger, and they're good company. They're all private. It means that every single location is owned by In-N-Out, which is kind of cool. Gives them complete control over everything. So, I mean, they have been expanded. We got them all over here now, so I would imagine eventually they'll end up there. I'm seeing a locking EFRF but no V&D version. Oh, it can't be. No, it wasn't a V&D. It was a speed booster. Oh, it definitely can't be both. Did you look at the B&H? Ollie, that's probably mine. Try the grilled onion Flying Dutchman. Huh. Let's look at that one. $329 or $239. Yeah, I used that old V&D module at the Grammys. First 4K broadcast for them. 3 Dragons plus 4K modules. Has probably used production module more than what he probably has. Found it. Couldn't see it on the site. So, okay. So I think I was cross-contaminating Brandon's comment with Pat's comment. No cheese protein style the best. Burger no cheese. Cheese is protein. I like protein and cheese. I'm keto right now. Got to lose the weights, so I don't get bread, and that sucks. Let me tell you. But I can eat all the meat and cheese. What was? Yeah. The other thing about In-N-Out is their fries are okay. They're not double flash fried, so they're not super crispy. I got to give it up to McDonald's and Whataburger and Jack in the Box actually, if they're fresh. Really good crispy fries. Five Guys fries are tasty, but they are the soggiest, flimsiest. But I like Five Guys burgers too. Double with everything. Yeah, that is what I was literally going to make the point on that, Phil, was that In-N-Out's pricing has been very, very good. They are not, I mean, they're going to have to go up. There's no way they can survive, but they are a very affordable burger now compared to the others. We have a chain here that's actually cheaper. What is it? I can't remember it. Why can't I remember it? It's an Austin thing, and it's now branching out. They are literally like a Five Guys. Oh no, like an In-N-Out, but it's an Austin thing that's branching, and they're cheaper. Their cheeseburger was like $3 and something. It's probably $4 today, but it was $1.50 at least cheaper than that. Ooh, Wendy's double with cheese. Now here's my. Why do we always do that? We always call it food. My problem with Wendy's double is excellent, but when you get a double meat, why isn't it double cheese? And Wendy's doesn't do that. You have to buy an extra slice of cheese on that. But I applaud them for the square patties because it matches the cheese. Ooh, brisket sandwiches are good. If it's tender brisket, yeah, it can be fantastic. Five Guys was $25 per person last time. Last time I had Five Guys, it was probably $18 or $19. But I would always get the large fry, and I would always get like grilled onions and mushrooms on it, barbecue sauce, mayonnaise, mustard, double meat, double cheese. Damn. Let's see. Totally random. How are your chickens doing, Scotty? Seeing the price of a burger reminded me of the price of eggs in the U.S. The egg prices, I think, have come down. Our chickens are doing well. We have 6 left. We definitely went through a phase of losing a bunch, but these 6 have been solid layers. They're doing fine. They eat a lot of table scraps and they love it. They're about to be super happy because it's about to be grasshopper, and then katydid, and then cicada season. I mean, they're going to be fat, and they're producing. We get right now about 4 eggs a day on average, but towards summer we'll probably get 5 eggs a day average. Hey Scott, what do you drink? In what way, Felipe? If you could expand upon that. You're talking just like normally, like just this, or are you talking about like when I like to enjoy something with my stick here? Okay, let's see here. Scott, you can't eat all the meat and cheese. If you want to talk about it later, but it's very common misconception on keto that you can. No, it's true. It's portion control, but it's I'm on my macros give me 30 grams of carbs a day and 5 ounces of meat in a serving, which is a little higher than normal. And then I can have some cheese and I can have some stuff. But I divide it up throughout the day. So like today we had chili for lunch. And the good thing about keto is that you can have a proper chili with no beans, Texas. That with some cheese. So it was about 5 ounces of ground beef and some cheese in there. $1.50 Costco dog. It used to be $1 though. It used to be $1. But I had that one time. It was pretty good. But man, the Parmesan or the chicken bake. Oh, I love that thing. That's what I used to get. We don't have In-N-Out in the UK. We have Burger King. Yeah, Burger King. I probably haven't eaten Burger King in 20-something years. The thing I always liked about Burger King was the flavor of the patty, which always had a flavor to it. They always call it flame broil, and it's not, because you can flame broil another, and it clearly doesn't have that flavor. So, Nada says, take home an air fry for 5 minutes. Okay, so before I was on keto, went through a big air fryer French fry thing, and there's a guy on YouTube nailed it. How to get super crispy fries in an air fryer. Totally going off topic as we tend to do. Frozen, straight out of the freezer. Take your batch that you could fit in your air fryer safely, put them in a container with a lid, and just crack the lid. Microwave them 5 minutes. Heat up your air fryer to 400. Then, when they come out of the microwave, close the lid and shake them every direction. Just shake the ever-living pea waddle out of them for a solid minute. I mean, don't stop. If you stop, add on some time. Shake them, then put them in the air fryer, light spray of the oil, the spray oil, and then go like 15 minutes. What happens is truly phenomenal. And you're pre-cooking the inside in the microwave, because the microwave cooks for the inside out, so you won't get the frozen on the inside with only 15 minutes in the fryer. But the shaking rubs all the edges. So all the French fries are scuffing each other up. And so they create tiny little crispy bits on the outside. They're all rough instead of sanded smooth like you would find if it came out of the freezer. Those, when you air fry those turn to crisp, and it was magical. It is absolutely life-changing. Air fried fries that don't take 30 minutes. And they're not brown either. They're amazing. Ollie, doesn't even compare. You're talking about P. Terry's. Yeah, Scotty V. Yeah, P. Terry's is the Austin one. That's the one you can get fairly cheap. How do you order your elk? Medium rare? Elk I would do medium rare, yeah. I mean, you're talking to a guy with a known beef supplier. I'll eat blue rare at times. Not often, but I like rare. I like tartare. Gordon Ramsay burger in Vegas. Best burger so far. Where's the best burger I've ever had? I have to come back on that one. But I have to try the Gordon Ramsay burger. I know there's a place here in Austin. I went to it on my 10 burgers that were better. And it was really good because they do like Whataburger, and they butter coat their bread and then toast it. Oh, it's so good. Looks awesome. Five Guys is rich people lunch around here. I haven't been in a long time. The brisket prices that you shared on Facebook was mind blowing. Isn't it though? It's it's going crazy. I not to go political because I don't care who's doing what, but I just read some bill that is going to require tagging with a locatable tag every every cow in America has to be trackable. That's wild. I mean, I haven't sound like you're dialed in. Lots of people don't understand. At the end of the day, it's laws. Yeah, it is, Brandon. You're right. It is. I mean, it's still calories. It's still you're just the keto is just changing from burning. It's dark outside. Oh yeah, burning your sugars or burning carbs to burning your fat is really what it's doing, and that's that ketosis thing. It was the only one that worked for me because I could eat a lot more of the things that I liked. I still couldn't eat, gargantuan amounts, but it really helped me slide into that portion control, which does matter indeed. Thermodynamics, can't beat them. My wife is from Korea. She talks about Burger King as a family treat. No, is it Burger King or McDonald's? I think it's McDonald's in Korea has like the strangest menu, but it's a cultural menu, so they adapt everywhere they go. I mean, the Canadians are putting gravy on their fries. I still haven't tried that. I need to. Actually, sounds delicious. Any experience, thoughts on the Deity's BF1 butterfly antenna? Not yet, but I'm actually going to pick one up. I do have a friend who has and likes it a lot, and he is a pro, like big name. He likes it. Just rolling between the food and I mean, Art, this is a conversation for everything and everything. And 10 the protein burger all the time. That's how you make good fried chicken too. That's true. I actually had really good fried chicken the other day, well, before keto, from an air fryer, and I was pretty impressed. The only thing on keto, and if any of y'all know, something that will crisp. So there's different doughs you can make. The fathead doughs and the varieties of that. So you can get some kind of a bread. But like to batter or to fry something and get it crispy, they tell you to use what's the chips that are not chips, the whatever, the fried hog skin. But I cannot do that at all, because if it gets soggy, it turns back to skin, and I can't do it. It happened, and I can never do it again. But yeah, Art, butterfly is actually really good, very affordably priced. A couple of those on set, and you are covered. But the range on those deities are really good. That review is coming out. I made that T-shirt just for it. Fry Science. That was scary and awesome all at once. A lot of niche U.S. brands here in recent years. Cinnabon keeps opening and closing. Five Guys, halal guys, I love. But oh my God, can it get spicy? Popeyes recently kills with KFC. I like Popeyes. I always like Popeyes. Chick-fil-A opened, but shut after protests. Oh, interesting. It's funny how there were a lot of protests on the morals here, and then if you wait a week, you'll catch those same people in line at Chick-fil-A. What I don't like about Chick-fil-A, the thing that I don't care, is portions keep getting smaller. The nuggets are getting pretty tiny now. That sucks. But what makes Chick-fil-A delicious? MSG. It's what makes everything delicious. Gordon Ramsay. All right. Might be able to do that. Oh man, I'm buying Ramsey's in Vegas. If you're, oh good Lord, Art. Okay, yeah, just twist my arm. Twist my arm there, Art. I'll bring you. I'll bring you some. I'll bring you a T-shirt. There's a burger joint on 6th Street that kicks ass. I forget. A burger place on 6th Street. Is it new or old? Because I worked off 6th Street for 12 years. And I don't remember a burger place on 6th Street that kicked butt. Salt Bay's burger. It was decent, but not worth it. I can't imagine. Tried BK at airport where the burger tasted mushy, not meaty. Wasn't impressed at all. Yeah, but it has a flavor to it, which is drizzling fat on charcoal. So if you want your burger to have that kind of flavor that Burger King has, take any kind of rendered fat and drizzle it on your coals underneath your burger, and you'll get that flavor. Interesting technique. Hey there, Rich. I made one. Crackling. No, it's the, what do they call the stupid pork rinds? There we go, pork rinds. At least you guys have great curry in the UK. That's true. Here in the Netherlands, we have horrible curries. Really? That's why. Curry goes great everywhere. Who doesn't love curry? Well, good curries. I always forget. There's red, green, and yellow curry. I always forget which one it is that I love. It's the one that's like the most flavorful, and I forget whichever color it is. And every time I go and eat curry, I just ask them. It's like, I always forget which one it is. What is the one that is the most flavorful? It's either red or yellow. I know it's not green, but it's good. I like it. I think it's red. Curry game is strong. Well, and you have a lot of Asian influence too in your food styles in England there too, which is cool. Even the smallest crumb of pork rinds get gross when so. Yes, exactly. There's got to be something. There has to be something that can work like that. I don't know what it is, but got to find it. Dave's Hot Chicken. Oh, Howlin' Ray's or Dave's? What? Dave's Hot Chicken. I've had Howlin' Ray's. That was really good. Don't know Dave's Hot Chicken. Dave's Hot Chicken. Don't know that one. How would you cam up a car for car vlogging? Something you can leave set up rather quickly, but have a 360K view? I would probably use a suction cup, right under or just to the side of the rearview mirror, and have the 360 cam hanging down below, just below your rearview mirror. That way it wouldn't be an obstruction. You couldn't get a ticket for it. And then you can unscrew your camera or quick release it. Or if you use a Kessler quick release. Which, Rich, if you didn't see or you didn't hear earlier, you can now upgrade your city drive. Kessler has an upgrade path to something very similar. They swap out your bits inside of your city drive. So, and it's relatively affordable. So you might look into that. That's the green one. Really? Well, now my whole world is, I'm not sure. I don't feel like it was green, though. I don't know. Phil made us chat about detailed DR to joke food. I mean, Ollie, you know the channel. You know how it's going to be. Yeah, Phil Phil did do it. Yeah, it wasn't even me. DR, dynamic range of a burger. Let's go on to that. In Washington State, everyone raves about Dick's Drive-In for burgers. I didn't see that one when I was going through there. They made chips out of chicken skins. I mean, when I was a kid, I definitely loved eating the fried chicken skin. But, I mean, it was mostly That. I mean, I also ate Long John Silver's, which has anybody eaten that in the last 30 years? I used to love the little crunchies, we called them, where they would drop the batter. Getting us off topic. 360 like multicam covers not a singular 360. Start multitasking. Well, you're gonna need wide angle lenses, but I mean the more I wouldn't. I mean, put one on the front, suction cupped right in the same spot, looking forward, and one under the. I mean, that's what we did for Dell with Komodo. We literally. I can show you. I can show you. I can. Let's see. Nope. Let me go to library. Let's go back to date. 20. Oh, these are by wrong date. Let's see. Where is it? Where is it? I can actually show you. But you would mount it suction cup either from overhead if you had glass like T-tops or anything, or you could mount it on the windshield. And you're going to use a super wide angle lens. Where is it? Where is it? There's a virtual production. Virtual production we did at Vertigo, before Vertigo. Okay, so, boop. Is there a picture of the car in this one? No. Well, okay. So this is the, we did a wide angle, an ultra wide. I think we ran, I think it was the GDU. I believe it was the GDU 16 millimeter. We did this. There's Ari. We had it, it was a Komodo with the GDU on there, and it was suction cupped to the glass top. And it was just out of view of the passenger sitting in the passenger seat of that was a Cadillac. I have another shot. I have to find it. And by doing that, we got, since it's 6K and it was only going out as 2K, you could do, that was February 23rd. You could then punch in on those and use like a one, well, you couldn't really get a one shot, but you get a two shot and another two shot and then a wide. You could punch in and focus on one and then kind of crop the other a little bit. Right there, let's see. Let me take right about here. I have a shot of the Komodo hanging in there. Oh yes, the big snowstorm, ice storm. Okay, there. No, there. Nope. Huh. Where's my photo? Sad. Okay. Ooh. All right. I call it track day camp. Oh, track day. Well, mounting that on the outside is going to be. You're going to want to secure that. 3 suction cups on that one. Yeah. Howlin' Ray's looks incredible. The owner was a chef who opened it and made it class. Yeah, Howlin' Ray's was fantastic. I went with Tim and I think Curtis Boggs and a couple of, I think that was it. Or was it Curtis there? Maybe Curtis wasn't there. I don't remember. We went and we waited to sit at the counter, and it was an incredible experience because if you sit at the counter, they just literally just start throwing things at you. It's like, here, have some of this, have some of this. It was wild. Art. We'll be interested to hear your thoughts on the Ember this week, and the UI was archaic and the app was limited. I am going to be reviewing it actually soon. A friend has one who has graciously said I could borrow it for a review. I don't want to say the name. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I can. Yeah, sure. I mean, it's Mutiny. Mutiny has one, and you know how great Mutiny is, and they're going to let me borrow it and do a review on it. So, yeah, that's kind of what I saw too. But Mike says that it's just beginning, so that sounds good. I was stuck with the Raptor, and others in the team ran the other high-speed set. I mean, yeah, I like how you put quotes. I was like, I would put that in quotes too. I was stuck with the Raptor. Oh, shucky darn. I mean, you can do some pretty good slow-mo with Raptor. Not as good as the Ember, but Ember, I don't know why they won't window it. They won't window it down to like smaller resolutions to get the higher speeds. I find that odd. Bubbles, hello, hope you are well. I am. Thank you for asking. Tim's like, woo, woo, woo. That's the sound Tim makes when Tim eats hot, hot, hot chicken. We call it the woohoo factor. He sounds like an owl. He just sits here and he's like, woo, woo. I've got lots of video of him making that noise. Let's see here. Oh, I see Biolabs. Hello, Christopher. How are you? It's joined. Yes. It's interesting. There's I wonder how many. Yeah, I guess there's a lot of people. I guess opening it up to Instagrams and Facebooks and all these really helps. Art says the Ember footage was excellent. ISO 200 and 400, so not a disappointment. Just different from Red. Guess we were spoiled. Yeah. I did see at 800. It is a little noisy, but cleanable. Very cleanable. What's up, brah? What's up? Jack Chan. Yeah, it's definitely better than the Wave. Way, way better. It is I wouldn't say immature camera because it has a little bit of maturity to it, but it is a young teenager at this point. So I guess it's going to be better and better and better and better, and that there's like a lot of potential in there. So that is encouraging, and I've seen some really good stuff from it. Pretty good. Nikon autofocus on Reds in future seems promising. Maybe. It would be very cool if they could incorporate the Z-mount option somehow on future bodies. It hopes Nikon makes cine lenses as well, possibly cine servos. I would absolutely love to see Nikon make some cine glass. It would be interesting if they offered it in some other mounts as well. I think if you're Nikon and you're wanting to bust into the cinema market, which it sure looks like you're trying, Red is a great place to begin with cameras, and Nikon has excellent glass. So if you took it a step further and made your Nikon glass for Z-mount and then made it for some other mounts as well, you could certainly get some traction out there that might make others uncomfortable. For sure. But yeah, I would like to see them make cine lenses. The Z-mount, I don't know how difficult it's going to be and that's what we talked about, I think, last week or the week before. How much firmware has to change to support a Z mount? I don't think, I don't know. I'm not a firmware person, but to program a Red to interact with RF and EF autofocus, does it need to just translate? Or does it need to interact with? I know it has to interact with RFs because RFs definitely have some stuff going on that require it. But my point being is that if you put, I mean, they could easily put a Z mount on a Raptor or Komodo X. I mean, that's just changing the front and getting the dimensions right. That's physically possible. The question is, do they have to fork the firmware? And if you fork the firmware, what kind of problems are you creating at that point? Because that can be a severe issue and a pain in the butt. And then, if it is easy, then maybe you could do it. Maybe you could swap it. Not us, but send it off and they do it. If it is forked firmware, why wouldn't they just maybe wait for another version? And like Komodo Z was my joke right off the bat. You have Komodo X, and why not Komodo Z? It seems like a perfect way to take something awesome as Komodo X and give it a Z. Give it a little zing, so to speak. There are be no more Zeiss Otis. They are no more, sadly. Hopefully, with the smaller flange distance, they could do more than 4 focal lengths that you could qualify as Otis. There's no more Otis. Otis is gone. I believe... Otis is gone. There's no more Otis. Z-mount Otises, not going to happen, I don't think. Otis was designed, I don't know. Hoping to see some new Otis in it. There's no more Otis. I mean, they can adapt. But they're not designing new Otis. There's no optical designs of Otis anymore. Komodo Z with X-Speed 7 processor. Well, that's what Jared was talking about. That their ASICs are phenomenally powerful and capable, which could generate an amazing new camera. But I don't know. I mean, again, if you're going to go to that trouble to put the X-Speed 7 in there, don't you just change the camera? Don't you just create a new camera? Why change what is there when you can improve something? For instance, V-Raptor. V-Raptor's great camera. Komodo X and V-Raptor X both have the improved audio, which is phenomenal. Who had a question of 32-bit? Somebody said something about 32-bit, and I missed it, didn't I? I'm sorry. Who had that? Oh, Jason, sorry. I'll leave that up, and then I'll come back to it. So, Raptor doesn't have the improved audio. So, if you were going to make a new camera, a new SKU, wouldn't you want to put the audio in there? Wouldn't you want to do a couple of things? It's that. That's what I'm talking about that makes more sense. Jason said, you see the 32-bit float 8 essential handheld recorders from Zoom. Great for solo shooting. Still testing my H4 essential. I like it so far. I did see those. Yes, indeed. We had every light in the studio, 4K Aries, 1200 aperture, flooding the set and the green screens. Thousands of watts, blah, blah, blah. You know what you need? You need, right there, the Nanlux, the 2400B. Oh man, it's so good on high speed. So good. Oh, I went to your next one, didn't even read it yet, but yeah, now off to NAB to leverage Nanlux and Aputure booths next to each other for some 2400, 2600. The thing I'll say about them, it's interesting. Aputure is absolutely targeting the rental market with their 2600s, the XT2600. Whereas Nanlux, to me, is targeting both. Because the Aputure ballast box is huge compared to the Nanlux. I mean, the Nanlux is T90. Let me. Oh, can I get to it? Oh man, it's in the back corner. But you know how we roll here live. Let me unplug the giant. Oh my God, such huge cables. Ow, that was my foot. Wow. Crocs are not safety. Steel toes. Whew, that was a bit painful. Hold on one sec. I'm trying to remember. Push the button. Oh, there it is. Okay. Come on, get off there. All right, is that what we're going to do? Almost. I'm in the dark. That's the problem. So I can't literally see what I'm attempting to do. There we go. So, yeah, the ballast for the Nanlux, that's small. It's interesting. It's going to be a tough decision for people. Because this, I mean, it's hefty. It weighs a bit. But that's a big lunchbox, is all that is. The one from Aputure, it weighs like more than double that, and it's huge. So yeah, I think Nanlux has got Aputure on the XT26. But Aputure has some cool stuff for theirs, like the powered yoke and the powered Fresnel. And I know Nanlux has got some interesting stuff coming too. So yeah, life is better in high speed. It is. The best thing is that, you know, your entire commercial, it only requires a couple of seconds. Dude, the Nanlux at 92% in a 20 amp. Yup. You can actually, I have not had my 20 amps trip at all, running 100%. I ran that one for 9 hours one day on a 20 amp. Never tripped, 100% the entire time. And I was pulling some power. I haven't showed us your array of Aputure. Well, they're not, well, I mean, they're in a config right now. They're in a config for a reason. Of course, magnets. Oh my gosh, so powerful. So powerful. There we go. Okay. Well, I mean, I've got infinity bars. There's many of them. They're in an array for a purpose, which I cannot reveal. My special purpose. Oh, that guy died. The guy that shot the cans in The Jerk, he passed away. That's sad. Love these ads on YouTube. Like so many during this live, it stopped the live view for a second. Had to refresh. Oh, really? That sucks. Kaleem, if I was to buy a light to complement my Zhiyun 60 Molus, What would you recommend? To Cream Source Micro Bicolor or Hudson Spider? What do you need it to do? There's a lot of options out there depending on what you need it to do. So the 60 is a nice light, but it's very underpowered. And a Hudson Spider is a much bigger fixture, much more powerful. I would tell people look at something in the 600 watt range. I find the 600X from like Aputure, also Nanolux makes one that's very comparable. A bicolor 600 watt fixture, you can do incredible things with that. This light is literally running at 10% right here, and it's a 5-foot soft dome. Stay tuned to the channel in 2 weeks, and you'll see the full breakdown of the entire studio lighting. I would look at like a 600X. If you are not going to run, if you're not going to rent them out or anything, then you can look at the non-pro version. I think they still sell it, don't they? They have the 600X Pro, and then they have the 600X. The Pro has it's IP rated, and it has a couple extra features. But if you're just using it in like your studio and such, or for you carrying it around where you're careful with it and such, then the 600 would work. X would be just fine. Look at that, and look at Nanlite for theirs as well. Got to call it a night, Gregory. Thank you, Scott, for another great Friday live stream. Have a fantastic weekend, everyone, and don't forget to thumbs up the live stream. That's small. Hey, Frame Voyager. Good to see you, dude. You're going to be at NAB, I hope. Dude, that's small for a 2400 watt light, LED. This is small. In the world of there, let me demonstrate. Yeah, Frame Voyager, that thing you posted the other day about, well, I guess it was YouTube asking you if it was AI generated, the stuff you were doing. Okay, so as an example, this is the 1200D from Aputure. This is the 2400B from Nanlux. I would say that the 2400 is small. It is, yeah, it's incredible. The one from, gonna finish this one up too. This is not an exact science, but the one for the Aputure is about this big. I'm not kidding. And it weighs, I think, like 42 pounds or something like that. It's no joke. Hope to see you at NAB. Jacob, someone will make a prosumer camera that has a conversational AI. Oh, for sure. For sure, they will. Camera that teaches composition, but may destroy. See, that's the funny thing. AI teaching you the rules. You must know the rules so you can know how to break the rules. But I think AI would probably ruin that. What boom mics you recommend for the Komodo X? Looking to get at least 1 or 2. So, if you are cheap, like me, and you're indoors and you're doing close dialogue, the Octava MK whatever 12, it's like $390, really good. If you are outdoors and you are fairly long, having to boom a little bit out of frame, the 416 from Sennheiser really, really good. The Sanken CS2, really good. The 50 from Sennheiser is a good close-up dialogue mic. And stay tuned. I think there's one coming from someone else soon. That's pretty good. But the Octava is really cool. I really like that mic. It's tiny, tiny. And it sounds really good. I like it. 600C Pro, all the way. Frausenda. Any chance to play with the Burano? I'm wondering. I have not laid my hands on a Burano yet. I wonder how its image quality compares with the image quality of VRaptor and VRX. Slow rolling shutter on Burano has been Burano's rolling shutter is pretty blatant. Image quality can still be a challenge to VRaptor. The image quality is good on a Burano. It is good, but I would tell you this: $25,000 for a Burano, $25,000 for a straight VRaptor. The VRaptor basically destroys it. It's a notch above. It's not, dynamic range is just destroys it. When I say destroys it, is everything that it can do. Burano can shoot 8K 30 with a very nice picture, but really crappy rolling shutter. Let's be honest. VRaptor 8K 120. It's way up here, and it does it with a little more dynamic range and way better rolling shutter. And then you could just go from there. It's another level. If you put VRaptor X in there, I mean, literally right now you have some people quietly talking about how VRaptor X is the camera. That we're talking about people who shoot Venice 2 and Alexa 35. Yeah, there we go. Damn, that's small. There you go. Also, thanks to your other stream, I've decided to bite the bullet and buy a Komodo if I can stretch the budget KX. Dude, if there's any way you can hold for a KX, so just hold a little bit, get a little more money. It is a massive upgrade, in my opinion, compared to OG Komodo, unless you never need 6K 60. And you don't need the audio. But the image quality of KX over OG, there's a bump, and it looks really good on skin. It really compared very nicely to Dragon. The highlights, gorgeous on Komodo X. On OG, they're good. We're good. But Komodo X is just a little bit nicer. Just a little nicer. The audio on Komodo X is killer. It's great. I mean, it's a great camera. So if you can pull it off, it's worth the wait. You know what I just realized the other day, and I think it's true. I got, somehow it just happened to be, I got the very last Stormtrooper Komodo X. What I believe, that was the very last Stormtrooper ever made by Red. Unless Nikon continues the tradition, which would be cool if they did. But if they don't, there wasn't a Stormtrooper VRaptor X. So I have the last Stormtrooper Red ever made. That's kind of cool and sad at the same time. I think I'll probably be at NAB maybe for a day or so. Oh, dude, you can't just do a day. Come on. You know I'm going to stop and talk to you for 20 minutes. Got any chance to play with... wait, how did I... Oh, you said it twice. Okay. I was like, I swear I answered that. Mark says, hello from MTO Color. Hello, Mark Osborne. Or Osborne, I don't know which one. Exactly. Once artistry enters, rules are secondary. My shotgun might, yep. Richard has the Sanken CSR2, which is the the CS2 and the CSR2, the R has the enhanced rejection, rear rejection. So it's a hypercardioid. It is really, really hyper. Burano doesn't have global shutter. Fail. Well, I mean, nobody does. That's the... Oh, my leg's in the way. Nobody has global shutter except for Phantom 4K Flex. The original Blackmagic 4K, which was horrible dynamic range. The Sony A9 III. That's it. That's your global shutter options other than Red. Komodo, Komodo X, V-Raptor X. Boom, boom, boom. V-Raptor easily. Raptor X is a league of its own. This is true. Sony Bravado. Lucky man. Oh, man. Never thought of that. No more Stormtrooper. It did make me sad. And I don't know. I confirmed it with someone who would know. And I don't think there are any others that were made. So I have the very, 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 very last one. Badass. Lemon Snow Cone Nikon Raptor. It would be funny. I do feel like Webbles. I want to say Weebles. I want to say Weeble Wobbles. Webbles. The yellow OG Komodos, I think, are probably one of the coolest Red cameras now, just because it's so close to Nikon yellow. That, collector's item. Glad to hear someone from the U.S. pronounce Nikon. I was schooled by someone who was schooled. Believe me, it is very, 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 very hard to break the old habits. And I never knew. It's funny. The only one I'd ever heard was Nikon. And people would tell me, it's not Nikon, it's Nikon. It's actually Nikon. But Zen Yogi Vegan, all of the things. Now, can we get the rest of the U.S. to drop the... dude, it's hard. It's hard. We've been programmed. That's what we've been saying. But first, we've got to get England to stop saying aluminium. In the UK, we pronounce it Nikon too. Interesting. I'm not sure where the Nikon came from. Because I remember hearing that back when I had my 6006. And there was like the one guy behind the counter. It was literally when I was buying it. And he was like, it's Nikon. I'm like, are you sure? Because like they're all saying Nikon. Well, none of y'all were right. It was Nikon. Just my take, but Burano body looks... I mean, the Burano body is like a slightly smaller Venice 2. It's huge. I have the OG Epic Dragon, and I'm happy. I mean, that is a fantastic sensor. I loved it until I blew it up. I burned it up. And it was interesting to me how DSMC2 made the Dragon sensor a little bit nicer. Not huge, but it was a little bit nicer. And I still try to figure that one out. But IPP2, oh, very nice. But you could use IPP2 in post. In Australia, it's always been Nikon. Interesting. So we have this circle going around Japan of different pronunciations. It's pronounced Nikon in the West Coast. Yeah, it's apparently not. It's all Nikon. Ali meant like the Nike, like the shoe cup. Yes. Kind of a nay sound, like nada. Not a ne. Nikon. Yeah, no, I've heard Nikon, I've heard Nikon, and that's Nikon. I've heard those. Maybe it was people translating or adding their or their I've lost the word. They're just adding their country accent to it. Rob Eagle. Hello, sir. Good night, mate. Yep, indeed. I would love a miniature Red Ranger body for Komodo. You mean V-Raptor? I mean, I mean, yeah, I don't. I would assume, so they never offered, so V-Raptor, and you had the V-Raptor XL, and they never offered any of the other sensors in there. So now you actually have two, which is, of course, V-Raptor and V-Raptor X. But they never offered the Komodo sensors in there. What I was told at the time was, want to keep Komodo a Komodo, I want to keep Raptor a Raptor, and keep them separate. So that's funny, though, because that line got blurred, too. So, like, global shutter was a Komodo thing, and performance and resolution was a Raptor thing. And then we brought over global shutter. The way I told you on the phone is the way to say it. But you're from England. You're from England. It's Nikon. Nikon. So are Red users now the knights that say neat, neat? There's a short that can be made with that. There's a short that can be made for that. Michael Drums. Michael Mallow. Just listen to the old Paul Simon song, Kodachrome. He says, Nikon camera. You know, it's interesting. It's been mispronounced for 100 years. I mean, I don't know when they started mispronouncing it. Why haven't they, like, just, wait a minute. Oh, I want to look this up. Old Nikon commercial. I wonder if they pronounced it. There we go. Let's see.
Smile, is that the new Nikon gear?
Ha! So, there you go. There you go. Oops. There. There you go. It's a Nikon commercial, Nikon. And so Nikon did themselves no justice by pronouncing it wrong in their own ads. It's interesting. Totally. Why would they try and make you say it properly? It's just marketing everybody. Yeah, right. We can blame the British. Awesome. All is well. We can't. We can only blame the British for aluminium, which is incorrect. Aluminum. I'm good. Yup. Alrighty then. Let's see here. Who's got last minute questions, comments, concerns? Well, how do you pronounce that? Paprika? Do I regret parting with Dragon? Not really. The way I knew it was time was I just stopped grabbing it. I would grab the Komodo X every time because it looked to me really close. Really close. I can't get Ollie to publicly admit that it's got the dragonness to it, but Yeah. Supposedly with a D. Scott, we usually talk about cameras, lenses, gear, eventually reference monitors, but little about projectors. That's strange since we all somehow work our images to potentially look nice on the projectors, the big screen. That's why we pursue high res, high DR, low noise, deep. Have you done some research on home projectors and their evolving tech? Any recommendations? I have done some research and basically determined they were well out of my reach for a projector that does 4K in HDR. They exist, but they're very pricey, like a lot. And everything that I am reading, hearing, talking to people about is that it will be cheaper, easier to install LED panels or some other new panels like they do on virtual production on your wall in the near future than get a projector, because with the projector you're pushing through all of that image goodness through a tiny little CMOS array thing. And that makes it really hard because you're pumping a lot of light through it. I think there is an 8K projector. I think there's like one. I'm trying to remember that one. There are lots of 4K projectors, but to get that contrast and such, it's really tough. So yeah, projectors are interesting, and I kind of wonder, are they going to go away? I mean, LED walls in a movie theater, would you be able to tell the difference between a projector and an LED wall? I think not. I think you wouldn't, because you'd be so far away, and the resolution of that wall would be tremendous. So yeah, I don't know. Just don't ask an Australian how to pronounce emu. It destroys America's brains. Emu is what we say here. Emu, I've heard, but I don't know. Your voicing for the puppet in the MC Light video was awesome. Thank you. If I told you how it was done, you'd laugh. You would laugh, because I have struggled with voicing for Robert since I got him. I never found his voice until I did, and it's one day I'll reveal it, but it's rather funny. If you like Robert has another video coming. I think next week. It's done. It's uploaded. It's ready to go, but it's timed out. And Robert will be making more appearances and the cooking show. I got to get you some of this Flora Alfredo. I don't know what that is. Is it keto? Because I got to be keto. Ollie, you gonna say anything about Dragon versus Komodo X? Come on, let me hear it. We all want to hear it. Yeah. Alrighty then. Is there a creepy Rabbit? It's two B's. Rabbit has a name, and it's not Robert. It's Rabbit. I named him. He has a name. I don't think there's going to be a creepy Rabbit, because Robert's hat is a pain in the butt. It really affects my ability to get Robert talking right. And his expressions. I'm going to have to change his hat, but to put a cowboy hat on him would probably kill me. Love the Aputure video. There will be more. Hi. Hi, buddy. What's up? You ready? You ready? Is it time? Should we call it quits on the live? Is it time? It's steak night. You like steak? Do you like steak? Oh, you do? Okay. Who's my buddy? The good thing in projectors is that your eyes receive reflected light, not direct light emitted by the viewer. In case this is true, more pleasing to the eye, it certainly can. But there are screens that can reflect it in a bad way. Komodo X is Danny DeVito and no, Ollie, no, you don't get to do that. Oh, Rex is so ready, my buddy. You ready? Oh yeah, steak night for you. All right, different bodies, same blood. Okay, I'll buy that one. Rex is like, come on, dude, let's go. All right, everyone. You have a fantastic weekend. Thank you all for hanging out. And I do need. Oops, I do need comments on the shirt minus this. Is this cool? Does anybody like this? That kind of stuff, because I really would like to offer them. I just need to know. So y'all just let me know. Thanks for the stream. Absolutely. Thank you, everyone. Ciao. Nada. Now go get you some In-N-Out. Remember, you can become a channel member like Dirk. He's an associate producer. He tells me what to do now. You could use. I did update the affiliate links down below. So if you're looking for anything latest and greatest, feel free to just click on it. Just go to B&H or Amazon or all those good things. Thanks for the streams and sharing your experience and the good vibes. Thank you for being a part of it. Fralalintex. Expialidocious. But anyway, thank you, everyone. Have a wonderful weekend. Eat something delicious. Try my pizza since I can't. And as always, as I like to leave it, don't let your passion center around your life. Let your life center around your passion. Passion leads. Life succeeds. So it's a double entendre. Bye, everyone. Have a great weekend. See you.